fight. Trying to see where this life take me, so I roll the dice. Look up to no one else, but yeah, I was shy. I got real power, Hebrew Israelite.
Every Sabbath, we coming out here every Shabbat again to wake up the lost sheep, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, to magnify the name of the Most High, to His Son Yahushua, and to give these other heathens their judgment and their downfall.
Right.
And persuaded the Jews and the Greeks.
Right, and we out here to persuade the Jews and the Greeks to come back to the Most High. Let's read this.
It's the book of Acts, chapter 16, verse 16.
Bring it out.
And it came to pass, as we went to prayer, a certain damsel possessed with a spirit of divination met us, which brought her masters much gain by soothsaying.
Right.
The same followed Paul and us, and cried, saying, These men are the servants of the Most High God. These men are the servants of the Most High God.
Read it again.
These men are the servants of the Most High God.
Hey, sis, you got 2 minutes to learn something? Man up. 2 minutes, sister. Right, and we the servants of the Most High God. Again, we coming out to bring judgment to this place and to reel in the lost sheep. And again, we're the servants of the Most High. So let's read. Let's see what the servants, 28 and verse 8. All right, let's see what the servants of the Most High God from old came to do. Because we walk in the steps of our forefathers.
Right.
We're not coming out here with our own belly, our own understanding.
Right.
No, we following after the steps of our righteous forefathers. Let's read this.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
The prophets that have been before me,
Right, so the men of the Lord that have been before us, read on.
and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries.
Right, so we had to prophesy against America.
Right.
The greatest
Right.
country on this earth as we speak.
Right.
Read.
And against great kingdoms.
Hey, brother, you got 2 minutes? Come learn something?
Say it again.
You got 2 minutes? Come learn something? You got 2 minutes? Come learn something? How you see yourself in the song? Word. Black American. I'm Puerto Rico. What's your part? You know? Puerto Rico?
My dad is Indian and black.
Your dad Indian and black?
Yeah.
Like Native American Indian?
Yeah.
You know what his granddad was?
My granny from India.
What about your granddad?
I don't know.
You don't know? All right, well, according to the Bible, brother, you will be an Israelite from either the tribe of Judah or from the tribe of Gad.
Right.
Right, so
I know I'm an Israelite.
you know you're what?
I'm an Israelite.
So you know you're an Israelite.
Yeah.
Out all praise, how long you been going to Israel for?
I've been doing that since I was a kid. I'm a black Moor.
You a black Moor?
Yeah.
Well, you can't be an Israelite and a Moor. Again, it's a nationality.
Right.
You can't have 2 different nationalities.
Yeah.
It's like the Chinese man. He's gonna say he's Chinese. He's not gonna say I'm Chinese and I'm yellow. And some other
My
native thing.
father, black as you.
Well, brother, we're not black, we're brown skinned.
Right.
And the word Moor just goes back to the word black. So again, we not so-called black people, we're the Israelites, like you said. You know, correct answer. You said you've been known for how long? You said that you've been known in Israel for how long?
Since I was sick. My grandma told me Bible study before she passed away. But then, you go back to your pops. You learn other shit.
Yeah, well, brother, what we had to do is we had to come clean. We had to come clean you up.
Right.
Get you back on your regular Job 17 and verse 9. We had to cleanse you up, right? Get back to your heritage, because you already know you Israel. That's the first step. You have been on to the Twitter. Right up. So you already got the first step down packed. Now it's time to start putting in work.
Right? It's the book of Job, chapter 17 and verse 9.
Yeah.
The righteous also shall hold on his way,
Right?
and he that have clean hands,
And the man that has clean hands, meaning the man that's repentant, he's doing what he's supposed to do, shall what?
shall be stronger and stronger.
Shall what?
Shall be stronger and stronger.
Man, go deeper.
Shall be stronger and stronger.
So we gotta cleanse you up so you can be stronger and stronger.
Right.
Not stronger on the physical level, bench pressing, but have your spirit become stronger and stronger.
Right.
Now let's read Deuteronomy 2.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10 and verse 12. And now Israel.
Now who?
And now Israel.
His brother?
And now
So
Israel.
the Lord talking to you, he's saying now Israel. You know that you're an Israelite. given to you. So it said in now Israel, you know?
What did the Lord thy God require of thee?
So what do you think the Most High requires of you? Knowing that you God's chosen.
Be the best man I can be. Just stop having my attitude, get the best of me. Okay, and do better. Start getting tricked out my life.
Alright. Now what's some things that the Lord specifically said we have to do in order to be better? No, the Lord. What did he say specifically that the Israelites have to do? He gave us certain I don't want to give it away, but he gave us certain rules.
Like my grandma passed away, and I was going to Bible study all the time on open curtains. But you know, shit happens, you know, and I broke a part of it. I ain't on from my mood like I know, but I know that my grandma always read the Bible when she on the phone. And it's like I go through something, and it's like I was just in the county saying my daily prayer and asking for forgiveness and understanding, you know. And I would say amen, I said amen. All right, so I started to learn some different things. You know, my prayers
Brother, real
really
quick.
happen.
Brother, real quick, just stay on topic. We don't want to know what I'm saying. Start getting on topic, but you know.
But to fear the Lord thy God,
So as Israelites, we're supposed to fear God, read,
to walk in all his ways,
right,
and to love him,
right.
and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul,
What else?
to keep the commandments.
What?
To keep the
The
commandments.
Lord say?
To keep the commandments.
As Israelites, we're supposed to keep the commandments.
Right.
Now, do you know any commandments?
Allah.
Let's get Leviticus 11. So what we about to do is give you back your heritage.
Right.
Let's get Sirach 17 and 11. Right, because these commandments, essentially, brother, are your heritage. Now, again, what comes with a nationality and a heritage is the food, the custom, the flag, the laws that we kept. All these things we lost. Now, but through the grace and mercy of the Most High, the Lord, He still gave you back the knowledge and heritage.
Right.
Now it's time to search for what else you need. Let's get Sirach 16.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 17, verse 11.
Yeah.
Beside this, he gave them knowledge.
So the Lord gave us knowledge. Now let's see what kind of knowledge the Lord gave us, you know?
And the law of life.
And the what?
And the law of life.
Commandments.
And the law of life.
Laws
For an inheritance.
for the what?
For an inheritance.
So these laws are inherited. Right? When you go back to the ancient world, our forefathers kept these laws. Given to them by who? Moses on Mount Sinai through the Most High. So essentially these laws, statutes, and commandments that we about to read for you, and essentially you got to come back to them.
Right.
And keep them to the best of your ability. Let's get Matthew chapter 19 real quick. Because these laws and commandments and statutes are going to get you into the kingdom of heaven. I'm pretty sure you know you want the kingdom of heaven.
Our grandma. See, all the time we go to Lake of Fire if I don't do right.
That's right. Now the only way to do right is to keep the laws
Right.
and the statutes and the commandments. Let's read.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 16.
Yeah.
And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I may have eternal life?
Right, because every man wants the kingdom of heaven. Let's be real. Everybody wants everlasting peace. So read on.
And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one,
Right?
that is Yahweh.
Right?
But if thou wilt enter into life,
Right, but if we want the kingdom of heaven, if we want everlasting life, everlasting peace, right, to be free from stress, healed, this society that really stumped down me, if you want to be free from this, do what?
keep the commandments.
What?
Keep the commandments.
Yeah.
Keep the commandments.
We got to keep the commandments.
Right.
Right?
But in order to get, like I said, in order to get the kingdom, we have to know the commandments first. So let's go to Leviticus 11. Do you report? Do you report?
No, not no more.
Why not?
My grandma told me not to.
That's right, that's right. Now, do you know why she said that?
Yeah, because pig is the most dirtiest animal. So you know what you eat.
That's right. Now we're going to read it for you. That's right, bro. Let's read this.
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, and verse 7.
Get out.
And the swan,
And the what?
and the swan,
So it's talking about the pig, the swan. You know?
though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed,
Right?
yet he cheweth not the cud,
Right.
he is unclean to you.
So the pig is unclean. Now let's see. Knowing that it's unclean,
Two
we're
scriptures.
going to see what the Lord said about it. You know?
Of their flesh shall you not eat.
But it's good.
Of their flesh shall you not eat.
So the Lord already said we can't eat no pork, no swine, none of that. All right, read on.
and their carcass shall you not touch.
Right?
They're unclean to you.
So all praises, you already keeping that commandment, no pork. Now pork goes deeper than just the bacon or the ham itself.
Right.
You got certain what's the word for it? You got certain cover-ups of the so-called white men use that label that's really pork, but he covers it up and labels it as different things. So you got them jelly beans, they have pork in it, gelatin,
Right.
lard, all these things come from pork, pig fat. So it goes deeper than just the meat itself. You got to actually dive into the ingredients, you know what I'm saying, what it goes through, certain things like that.
Right.
All right? Let's get a bit. As a matter of fact, we don't. Let's get a bit of that. You don't.
Verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
So you eat shrimp, crab, lobster. You know.
Whatsoever hath fins and scales in the waters,
Right.
in the seas,
Right.
and in the rivers, them shall ye eat.
So the Lord said, whatever comes out the water, you gotta have both fins and scales,
Right.
and that shall we eat. Now the shrimp got fins and scales. Both fins and scales. What about crab? You eat crab? The crab got both fins and scales. How about lobster?
Got a tail.
You got a tail, but you got no fins or scales. Not
Right.
tails, but scales. So you gotta have both fins and scales.
Right. Fish.
You can eat fish. But what about catfish? Why not?
I forgot.
It don't got both fins and scales. Plus the catfish, the shrimp, crab, the lobster, all these animals, they clean up the ocean.
Right.
So you don't want an animal that's made for cleaning up poop and feces and all this stuff you put in your body.
Right.
The Lord said for that specific reason, don't even eat it. All right, read.
And all that have not fins and scales
Right, like what we just went into, if it don't got fins and scales, read.
in the seas,
Right.
and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters,
Right.
and of any living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
So everything without fins and scales in the waters is an abomination. Don't eat it. Don't put it on your plate. Just cause you add seasoning or some butter to it, don't make it clean. So for that particular reason, the Lord said no more shrimp, crab, and lobster. Are you gonna follow that?
That's just observing.
I'm just making sure, but that specific commandment, are you going to put down the shrimp and the crab?
down there?
That
brown
I think
one?
my grandma talking through y'all.
The brown
You said what?
I think my grandma talking through y'all.
right now?
That's what my grandma used to do every day.
But look, the point is, the Lord said no shrimp, crab, and lobster. So knowing that the Lord said that, are you willing to put down the shrimp, crab, and lobster? For the rest of your life? All praise. I thought you were saying.
It's the book of Leviticus.
Another commandment. So all praise that you was willing to follow them. Remember the Lord said we got to keep these commandments and live.
Right.
And that's what we get to keep. So what another?
It's the book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 26.
Get out.
Ye shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall ye use enchantment, nor observe
So
time.
the Lord's not dealing with astrology, worshiping the stars, saying I'm a Pisces, I'm Aries, I'm a Cancer, and whatever else they got. That Lord said that's going into idolatry. That's idol worship. You're serving other gods by serving the stars and saying your emotions are based off of how the stars move.
Right.
You dive into it? Like Aries and well, I was born this month, so I don't like you. That's all. If you was born in December, but you don't mess somebody that was born in January, just because the star was right here, then it moved right here, like nah. So the Lord not dealing with that. All praise you don't do that. You know.
All right. Verse 27.
Right.
Ye shall not round the corners of your heads,
Right. Don't make yourself bald.
neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
And no cutting off your beard, no shaving it off. Man, I just let you got a beard on your face. So all praise. But if you do want to cut it, you can trim it down a little bit, but you can't have it to where you just baby face, you just smooth. Alright.
I look like you.
Exactly. That's why the so-called white men in slavery, you cut your beard off and then call you a boy
Right.
to demasculate.
See that?
But that's why the Lord still got to grow our beards. Because even like a lion has its mane. The bigger his mane is, the more mighty he looks. Same thing with a man. And the Lord actually compare us to lions. So knowing that, we should manly want to grow our beard. And the beard is also a badge of manly dignity. So
Right.
let's get as it is swing. As a matter of fact, we don't before you put.
Right? Verse 28. You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead,
Right?
nor print any marks upon you,
Nor what?
nor print any marks upon you.
And what does it sound like when the Lord said, no print of marks upon you? Now, I see you kind of got one right here. I don't know if you got some more tattoos. But the Lord said no tattoo.
Yeah, I know. I made a bad mistake yesterday.
It's all good because literally every brother up here has made a mistake in one way, shape, or form, and that's went out. We're not going to come up to you and be like, you know what I'm saying, we perfect. You got to get up with us. Now, every brother up here still to this day, at this moment, not perfect.
Right.
Even we still striving to do better. So, but knowing that, the Lord has something called repentance. Right? Now, even though you did get a tattoo, you remember that and never do it again. So, are you wanting to get no more tattoos ever, Lord? Not for man, not for us, you know what I'm saying, but for the Most High who woke you up this morning. Right? Now that's what? Two commandments so far? Let's get into this.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20, and verse 8.
Right.
Remember the Sabbath day.
What the Lord say?
Remember the Sabbath day
So the Lord said remember the Sabbath day. You know?
to keep it holy.
So what day is the Sabbath day? That's the question. What day is the Sabbath day?
Come on, brother.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You recorded it too.
Yeah, brother, you on the hot seat.
You got it,
Hot
King.
seat.
I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at dude on TikTok and he was exposing certain things. I would just say Sunday.
You say Sunday?
Yep.
Not Sunday. Not Sunday. Sorry, yeah. Not Sunday.
Monday.
Not Monday.
What? Saturday?
Saturday. That's
Right.
right. That's right. All praises. That's why the Lord said we got to remember the Sabbath day. Because again, it's going to come to a point where we're going to forget it. So read that from the top.
Remember the Sabbath day
Right?
to keep it holy.
Right?
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
And even if you look at your calendar, you see the first day of the week will say Sunday.
Right?
By default, the seventh day, the last day is Saturday, which is a clear cut to let you know what day is the Sabbath. So he says 6 days we got all our work to get done. Right? Sunday to Friday. Whatever you need to get done, get it done. Right? Read.
Verse 10.
Right?
But the seventh day is the Sabbath.
What the Lord say?
But the seventh day is the Sabbath.
On Monday.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath
But the seventh day, which is the last day of the week, that's the Sabbath. Right? Read.
of the Lord thy God.
Right?
In it thou shalt not do any work.
So in the seventh day, which is today, Saturday, the Lord said no doing no work. Follow? So do you work on Saturdays?
I don't know.
You said what?
I don't know.
I no more? All praise. Right, read that again.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Right?
In it thou shalt not do any work,
Right?
thou, nor thy son,
Not you or your son. Right, read. You
nor
got
thy
kids?
daughter,
So you got kids?
I got 7.
You got 7 kids? Hey, read that again.
in it thou shalt not do any work,
So you can't do no works. Read.
thou, nor thy son,
Or your sons. Read.
nor thy
Or
daughter,
your daughters.
thy manservant,
Right?
nor thy maidservant,
Right.
nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
So your whole household is supposed to observe this holy day. You got that, brother? So all praises you say, you know what I'm saying, you want to keep the Sabbath. You said you wanted to put down the pork. You said you don't eat it. You said you wanted to put down the bottle feeders. All praises. Now, another one is another question. Do you smoke?
I can't let that go, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I keep my whole thousand. You know, I talk to God every day. I'm going through a lot like right now. Is this going on Instagram?
Brother, you gonna do the Lord like that?
No, I'm gonna get where it comes from. I'm a fan, bro. I'm going through a lot of stuff. I can't sleep. Like, I'm going through a lot.
So knowing that you're going through a lot, you gonna put your trust in drugs, not in the Lord. Is that
No, I ain't
that's what
gonna
it
lie,
sounds like?
like, you know, I don't don't take it like that. I ain't even questioning you either, bro. What I'm saying is, when I smoke weed, bro, it calms me down, bro. Cause people be like, really, taking out this out of 16. You don't get what I be saying?
You said what?
You don't think I be saying the right thing?
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but and again, I get where you coming from, but where you coming from, that's it just give you a false sense of reality.
Right.
You're going through, you know what I'm saying, all hell. Then you take some drugs to kind of ease the pain. Just 5 hours later, you know what I'm saying, you cool for 5 hours, then you back in reality again.
Right.
So essentially, what is that weed smoke do? Just trying to run from the pain. Last time I checked, real men, they actually face the pain head on and overcome it.
Right.
But what drugs do, you kind of just, like I said, you're giving yourself a false sense of reality. You're saying, I'm going to get high, we'll go lay on the couch, take a nap, wake up, and then what, you're back in reality. So, I mean, what really changed right now?
You said what? I ain't got money. I'm out here digging, trying to stay away from negativity. That's why I'm right here.
Now, brother, what we here to tell you is that weed and you smoking it and all these drugs, that's not, you know what I'm saying, being real, that's not going to help.
At all.
I mean, let's be honest. What good has it done for you so far? What good has it done? I mean, from the first time you start smoking it, you felt like you was going to get better to the position you're in right now. What changed? Did the pain go away? Did the hurt go away? So, I mean, what is the drugs really doing then?
Right.
You don't know. It's killing you. It's killing you. That's what it's doing. Let's read this. What's inside?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 16 and verse 12.
Right.
For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster.
And wheat is a herb. So the Lord said it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster. Read on.
That restored them to health.
So herbs don't really restore you to health on a spiritual level.
Right.
Now on a carnal level, they could, you know what I'm saying, do some things when they use the right way. But herbs is not gonna heal you spiritually. Right, read.
But thy word.
But what?
But thy
What
word.
the Lord say?
But thy word.
But the words of the Lord, read.
O Lord, which healeth all things.
So it don't heal.
Which healeth all
What
things.
is weed?
Which healeth all things.
So the words of the Lord, essentially, is gonna heal all things.
Right.
So again, brother, you just admitted that the drugs don't do nothing. But we just read that the words of the Lord, they heal all things. So the question again, are you willing to put down the weed for the Most High? The same God that woke you up before.
Nah, bro, I will.
You will? All
Go on.
1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 3. And Job 11 and 2. You said, brother, are you actually, like, for real when you say that? Or you just saying that so you can just kind of get out the
No, man, for real. I want my family back.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2, verse 3.
Bring it out.
Talk no more so exceeding proudly.
So the Lord, he's not going to deal with somebody who's just talking. Now, again, you said that you're for real. Now, we're going to see how the Lord get it.
Let not arrogancy come out of your
So the
mouth.
Lord, he don't want to hear all this talk. You want to see action. You know?
For the Lord is a God of knowledge.
Because he know what you're thinking. He's a God of knowledge. So he really know what's going on in your head.
Right.
And by him, actions are weighed.
So all talk.
Actions are weighed.
That's saying that.
Actions are weighed.
So it said the Lord said, hey, actions are weighed.
Right.
So even
Right.
when you saying you gonna put it down, hey, but you gotta have that mental fight to actually want to put it down.
Right.
That's it. Second Edge 757 real quick. Now we're not saying it's gonna be easy. We're not saying it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, one day. We don't expect you to just come out here and just stop smoking. Now that would be mighty if you could try to do that for sure. But in reality, we know that it's a fight. It takes time. Let's read this real quick. Second Edge 757.
7 who?
757.
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 7, verse 57.
Bring it out.
Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle,
Right?
which man that is born upon the earth shall fight.
No run.
Shall fight.
But it's drugs.
Shall fight.
And again, brother, you gotta fight.
Right.
The drugs, you kind of trying to run away from it. You kind of trying to, you know what I'm saying, just get up out of there. No, you gotta actually fight this thing.
Right.
You can try to run from the pain, but it's still gonna be there. But how do we fight with the words of the Lord, like how we just read?
Right.
Let's get 1 Corinthians 3 and verse 16. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 16. And again, smoking is a sin. Now, off bat, even science, and not even just science, but your own body lets you know that it's not good.
Right.
Like you smoking, you coughing up half a lung, then got to get rushed to the ER room. You suffer from lung cancer and all these other things, brother, maybe you should put the weed down. Not you specifically that's suffering from it, but people in general. I mean, maybe you should just put the smoke down.
Right.
Maybe you should stop killing your lungs. I'm pretty sure you, again, you got sons and daughters. Now, how would you feel if you just walked in the house one day, you see a son just growing up?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not trying to sound weird or anything, but where I'm from, you gotta ask your kid what's wrong. Don't be so to the conclusion, I'm gonna beat your ass. Ask him what's wrong. Because my homie didn't want to tell his father what's going on. And he wanted to go to school, think he's big and bad. I'm gonna show these niggas. Them niggas showed him. And now he ain't here, and there's always not a point to prove. So we never know what's your kid about him. You never know that motherfucker got raped in high school. You never know that kid probably stole something from the wrong motherfucker. You don't know anything. It's best to talk to your child before discipline.
I agree with that.
You know?
I agree with that. But the point is, if you just walked in the house and see your son rolling up a blunt, I mean, how would that make you feel? Besides the consequences after that, how would that make you feel on the inside?
I be like, damn, I should have been around more. Like,
Yeah.
not even really been around more, paid attention more. Well, I'm blind to the fact of watching somebody else, and it's distracting me from my kids.
Right, now, how do you think, now imagine, your forefathers back in the ancient world, they wasn't smoking. The righteous one, they wasn't smoking, dabbling into weed. So imagine their mindset, if they see what you're doing, I mean, essentially, you're supposed to strive to be like your forefathers.
Right.
You're supposed to strive to serve the Most High to the best of your ability.
Right.
So imagine if your pops or somebody that you look up to, they see in the state that you was in right now, you making all these bad choices. I mean, you know what I'm saying, disappoint them. And ultimately, you disappointing the same God that woke you up this morning. When you decide to pick up that weed, light it up, and instead of running to him, you run to these drugs, and essentially that's idolatry. You're making that weed your God. Right? Yeah, like the brother said. Let's read this real quick. Let's thank this real quick.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 16.
Right.
Know ye not that ye are the temple of God,
So your body is the temple of the Most High God. Right, read.
and that the Spirit of God dwelleth in you?
Right, the Spirit of the Most High literally dwells in you. You're an Israelite.
Right.
A prince who has power with the Most High.
Right.
Right, read.
If any man defile the temple of God,
So if you defile your temple, meaning your body, by smoking, getting drunk, and all these other things, read on.
him shall God destroy.
What the Lord say?
Him shall God
We're
destroy.
gonna give him a pass.
Him shall God
The
destroy.
Lord said He's gonna destroy you. The Lord gonna get up with you if you keep running to these other guys. Imagine your son. You know what I'm saying? Your son, he probably going through it. Right, your son,
I don't need it.
all right, I'll pray. Now your son, imagine your son, he kind of going through it, and he runs to another man for protection and help. I mean, you gonna feel some type of way. Here it is your own blood son. You raised up, you know what I'm saying? He come from you, literally. And the minute all hell breaks loose, he runs to another man and say, help me. Brother, you should feel some type of way. As a father. Imagine how the Most High feel when you run to these other guys, these drugs, to get away from your problems.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta imagine how your God is feeling.
Right.
Now again, knowing that, brother, are you willing to put down the weed and the drugs for the Most High?
You got 2 minutes for those kids. 2 minutes.
So we want you. 2 minutes, sister. Still on you, brother. Are you willing to put it down? All praise. All praise. Now again, brother, what's your nationality? Right, you a Hebrew Israelite.
Right.
Hebrew Israelite. All praise. So you got any questions? I know we went over the commandment.
No, he
You
just
see?
messed me up. He's telling my grandma. I ain't gonna lie, before I walked over here, I was just thinking about my grandma. And I was listening to music, but one of her old videos just like glanced through my phone. Sure enough, y'all talking the same stuff she's saying. So I hear you. I really what's up, brother. All praise.
Now, you got any questions? I know we went over the commandments. You said you're going to get down with all of them. So all praise.
Hey, so I want to ask a question off the camera, though.
All right. You got to make camera.
Thank y'all for the message. That was really leading. All praise.
What's your question?
Hey, he facing this way.
Yeah,
Facing this way. It's facing this way.
It's for edification.
Yeah.
Where's edification?
I mean, yeah, because look, another brother, he may be in your same position.
That's it.
Yeah.
What?